might fall apart without you. I don't know how you do what you do. 'Cause everything that don't make sense about me makes sense when I'm with you.
So I had just moved to Cambridge, and Vicki was living in Kitchener. We both signed on to eHarmony and started discussing back and forth things that we liked, interests that we had, and we went on a first date.
Well, after you lied and said that you were new to the area,
Right.
so that we should meet up and show you around. Meanwhile, you lived in Guelph, so you
Cambridge was kind of new.
Alright. And then our first date went really, really well. Our first meeting, we sat and talked for about 3 hours, right? And then he already asked me for a second date at the end of the first one. And then he gave me an awkward side kiss. He was going in for the kiss. I thought it was a hug.
It was a nice kiss. It was a nice kiss. It was just bad timing. It's kind of more of a cheek/lip kiss. So.
Yeah, better the second date.
Better the second date.
Anyone can tell you you're pretty, and you get that all the time. I know you do, but your beauty's deeper than the makeup, and I wanna show you what I see tonight when I wrap you up, when I kiss your lips. I wanna make
Definitely his sense of humor. He makes me laugh like every day, all day pretty much.
Most days. Not all days, but most days.
Pretty much every day is my favorite thing. You gotta have laughter in a relationship.
So for Vicki, I'd have to say, obviously she's sweet and adoring, but she has a very good heart, and I think it reminds me to be a good person when I'm around her. I think that's important. And you know, you're blushing, you like hearing it. But no, she's a great person, and I love her obviously very much.
all I ever wanted.
So I had surprised Vicki by driving up to Collingwood for the weekend, but she didn't actually know where she was going. So it was more of a, we're going somewhere overnight, but it's close to Valentine's Day, so that might be part of it. On the way up, dropped her off at a spa in downtown Collingwood so she could get her nails done, knowing what was coming on her finger. And
Well, I didn't know. You knew.
I knew, but...
And I remember when I was there thinking, this is a really elaborate Valentine's Day, because I knew that we were staying somewhere there, because at that point you said we were staying overnight and we were there. So then when you dropped me off at the spa, I was like, this is really a lot for a second Valentine's. But I still didn't really, in the back of my mind, a part of me thought maybe, but I didn't want to get my hopes up, so.
So in between that mad scramble, I drop her off at the spa, go running back to the hotel, check in at the wrong hotel first, scramble over to my second hotel, realizing it's the right one, race up to the room, light about 100 candles, enough to burn the hotel down easily if I left, which I did, to pick her back up, and brought her back with the room where it's all set up with candles and roses. There's some champagne out on the balcony, chilling, and...
But when I walked into the room, all the candles were lit, and there was a bouquet of roses on the table in the middle, and in the bathroom there was candles, and there was like a rose there, and there was a rose on the bed with like this little chocolate basket. But nothing happened, like he didn't do anything right away, so, because I guess I thought when I walked in, if he was going to do it, it'd be like as soon as I walked in and saw it. But he didn't, so I didn't know.
Making her wait.
Yeah, I still thought, okay, like he's really going all out for Valentine's, and then...
Yeah, well, and then we kind of walked around the room, she looked at the flowers, she kind of noticed the candles, and then on the far side there's a fireplace, and on the fireplace I'd taken a rose and kind of wrapped a ring like up around the column of the rose, and she noticed it from the far corner of the room.
Well, you told me that one of the roses had broke.
Right.
And that you thought I could wear it in my hair for dinner that night. So he was like, oh, it's over on the fireplace. And then when I got closer to the fireplace, I could see something shiny on the rose, and then like when I was looking at it I was like, oh my goodness, and when I turned around he was down on one knee and he said, I can't imagine spending the rest of my life with anyone but you. And you marry me? And then I kind of just stood there and I didn't say anything.
You actually
for
didn't
a
answer.
while. I just kind of was like, and then I just looked at him and
yes, sir.
and I was like, is this for real? Like, are you serious right now? And he was like, yeah, and he was all emotional, and I was just like more in shock, and you know, and then I said yes, and then he, you know, we embraced and kissed, and he had the champagne that was chilling on the balcony, so we popped the champagne.
Spilled that everywhere.
Yeah. And
But
then,
called our parents and
yeah.
went out for dinner and kind of celebrated, and just probably the coldest night of the year. I think it was like minus 30.
It
so
was chilly.
it was pretty-
In heels and like a short black dress. It was
Yeah.
cold walking back.
But I guess it just didn't matter.
But no, you didn't care. I was calling everyone and definitely had my fair share of champagne that night. But I remember everything, so that's the most important part.
One, two, three, four. I wish I